Big rip to Sony.
Big rip to privacy if you're on Reddit.
And big rip to Nvidia. They just got raided by the police. Let's get into hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Friday, September 29th, 2023. And before we get into the spicy news of Nvidia getting raided, we're going to talk about the fact that we have our Cannonball for the Cure charity stream that's happening in less than a week. We will be completing it in less than a week, and we have tons of amazing prizes that we're going to be giving away. So you're going to want to tune into it, like one of these PCs that we just got finished building and vinyling. You're going to want to win that. We have over $60,000 in prizes that we're going to be giving away during this event. And we also have merch that you can pick up in order to rep what's going on. You've got Keyboard Warriors, the Cannonball 3, a whole host of others that you can pick up at the link in the video description. It's much appreciated if you check it out, support us as we raise money to cure my son's rare disease. It's less than a week, man.
Less than a week.
This is gonna be wild.
I'm excited.
All right, well, are you excited that Sony is no longer having Jim Ryan at the helm? This is being reported that he's gonna end his tenure at Sony after being there for over 30 years.
Yeah, he's been a staple of PlayStation for so long.
Yep.
I can't imagine PlayStation without him, to be fair.
He said that he's leaving because he's finding it increasingly difficult to reconcile living in Europe and working in North America, and that he's been privileged to work on products that have touched millions of lives across the world. He oversaw the launch of the PlayStation 5, the fact that it's one of the fastest selling consoles that they've ever had.
Yeah.
Additionally, I mean, the fastest selling product that they will ever release is going to be launching in November, the PlayStation Portal, baby. That was a lasting legacy for him. He's going to retire in March of next year, making it so that it's 30 years since he's been there, and they've already announced the interim CEO, etc. But then you also have Phil Spencer's Xbox. Xbox's Phil Spencer saying, Jim Ryan has been a great contributor to our industry and a fierce leader for PlayStation. I wish him the best in what he does next. Thank you for all that you've done for the community over the last 30 years, Jim. And what is not quoted, and he probably didn't say, is, finally, now I don't have to compete with somebody who's better than what I do.
I mean, Jim can go chill on an island for the rest of his life if he really wants to now.
Or he could chill on today's video sponsor because it can actually physically support him. Today's video is sponsored by FlexiSpot and their E7 height adjustable standing desk. In fact, you've already been seeing it in plenty of our other videos. We've been using it as a staging desk for capturing B-roll footage here, and it's been incredible during that time because it's super stable. At its highest level, the desk is wobble-free and the motors glide smoothly and steadily, so no matter which product I put on the desk, I trust that it's going to be safe. And because it's powered by dual motor engines, they can easily handle 355 pounds, enough for me and a bunch of PC parts. Its unique embedded junction increases its stability, and the solid built carbon steel desk frame makes it rock solid. Its durability is also incredible, and they even offer a hassle-free 30-day return policy with a 15-year warranty. And it has a large height range too, from 22.8 inches all the way up to 48.4 inches. The height is easily adjustable, meaning I can accommodate nearly any product and have it at a great height for filming. And its keypad panel makes all of that very seamless, with 4 height presets and a USB port to even charge your devices conveniently. And while I'm using for products, you can use it for your PC and get a better gaming experience by fine-tuning the height of your desk. You can adjust the height to allow your wrist to operate better in standing mode and maybe potentially hit more headshots, and it can improve the comfort as well, making sure that it's at the place that you need it to be, either sitting or standing. And because FlexiSpot has its own factory and sells directly from that factory, there's no middleman artificially inflating the price. So the FlexiSpot standing desk is able to provide their great value at a great price. And it's also highly customizable. It comes in different sizes and colors and can be customized with many different accessories, including cable trays, under desk drawers, casters for easy mobility, clamp power strips, and more. The E7 is super versatile, can fit in so many different setups. Whether you have space for a 6-foot wide desk or potentially even smaller, it can handle what you're gonna throw at it. Be sure to check out FlexiSpot and their E7 desk at the link in the video description. Big thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. And if you're gonna be picking up one of those FlexiSpot desks, don't forget to use our coupon code YTB930 at checkout. You can get the FlexiSpot E7 for the best price, especially if you use our coupon code YTB930. Again, big thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. But while we have some sad news coming out of PlayStation, we're gonna have some even sadder news coming out of Epic Games. There have been over 800 people laid off, and that's not even the worst part. I'm gonna hold that little nugget until the end. So Epic Games' Tim Sweeney is coming out and saying that they're laying off 16% of their employees and also spinning off its assets like Bandcamp and Super Awesome into a different subsect, and saying that for a while now, we've been spending way more money than we earn investing in the next evolution of Epic and growing Fortnite as a metaverse-inspired ecosystem for creators. I had long been optimistic that we could power through this transition without layoffs, but in retrospect, I see that was unrealistic. Of course, what they're not going to do is blame the fact that they were giving away games left, right, and center and spending a insane amount of money on exclusivity agreements.
I will say my Epic Games library is massive, but not because I've bought things.
Yes, so, get rid of the people who, weren't responsible for you losing revenue. You keep Tim Sweeney at the top, let everybody else go. Additionally, saying that they're going to be making ongoing efforts to reduce costs, include moving to net zero hiring and cutting operating spend on things like marketing and events. So probably cutting the games things. Hopefully.
I found out about this through a couple of tweets that I saw actually earlier. People saying, hey, I've been laid off. I'm currently looking for work. It's urgent. And everyone just rallying to their defense, essentially.
Yeah, it stinks, but Tim Sweeney has also said that there should not be any more job cuts after this because this round of cuts should financially stabilize the business, especially as they're saying that Fortnite is starting to grow again, which, sure, maybe whatever, maybe with Unreal Engine 5 or like the
attention to Fortnite to really
UEFN
understand.
stuff. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But the worst part, and okay, this is me demeaning the fact that people have lost their jobs, and I absolutely feel bad for all of them. So this is only a bit. Me, Brett, as a person, recognizes that these people's jobs are way more valuable, but they increased the cost of V-Bucks!
No!
From $7.99 to $8.99 to get 1,000. Now my mom won't let me buy them anymore.
It's time to go stack up on those gift cards while you can. $19 Fortnite card.
Can I get some, Dealmaster? Can I get some yummy Fortnite cards?
I've got no Fortnite cards for you. I'm sorry.
I hate you! You're not my real dude! Well, Fortnite's changing things up, so is Valve. Counter-Strike 2 officially launched 2 days ago.
So that's why RIP CSGO was trending.
Yes, because you can no longer get it. They have switched it over completely, just like Overwatch merging into Overwatch 2. CSGO is now CS2, so if you've had CSGO, you now have Counter-Strike 2. That's how it works. It's a free-to-play game. It's not like it changes a whole lot. It, revolutionizes the gameplay in a few different ways. I'm not excited. It's a highly regarded esports with tons of people who watch it and play it. I'm just not in that culture.
I was a competitive Counter-Strike player back in Source days.
What?
That's when I was into it.
Not only is he a deal master, but he's a headshot master too. Boom, boom, deal master. Which hopefully you've started getting ads for Yummy Deal Master merch, and that's what Reddit's gonna start feeding down your throats. Personalized ads, because they're announcing that they are walking back their program, which didn't use your Reddit browsing data to serve better ad experiences, and now they're gonna be doing it. However, that is only gonna be in select countries, and certain countries won't allow this, like the entirety of the EU
I was
with their
about to say,
GDPR.
we gather a lot of our laws and stuff from the EU, so
It's not going to affect you so much, but Reddit saying specifically that this is just going to result in you having more relevant ads, and this change will not result in seeing more ads or sharing on-platform activity with advertisers. I don't know how much I believe that last part. I don't know how I'm sure they have a way of parsing that, so legally what he's saying is, okay to make sense, but this is also wrapping around the changes that they're making with the monetization program, Reddit's contributor program, where you're going to get paid to just post other people's content on Reddit.
it's karma money.
It's just like X. It's all good stuff from there. It's all downhill from here. And that's probably what's going to happen with ChatGPT. Just slide right on into the Ultron Valley of looking at the internet and deciding it's time to wipe out humanity because ChatGPT's access to the internet is back on.
Oh no.
After it was put in a little timeout back in July because it was helping people subvert paywalls, they finally figured out how to make it a good capitalistic little robot, making sure that it now contributes to the fine hand of making money go into the biggest pockets possible, saying that browsing is available to Plus and Enterprise users today and will expand to all users soon, so you can have relevant, up-to-date facts in your ChatGPT queries, making sure that that AI gives you yummy, yummy details. Yummy, yummy AI servings. Yummy, yummy deals. Give me the deals, Deal Master.
I got you some deals. Up-to-date ones.
Do I have to do the voice, like, or can
No,
I just,
no, it can
can I
just be
just say it?
It can just be a phrase.
Kyler, what's your vote on this?
You have to do the voice.
I have to do the voice.
I hate the voice.
I hate the voice too, but you started doing it too, Kyler.
I did it once and regretted it.
Yeah, you know who else started doing it? My wife. Like, she was sitting at her desk working this morning, and I just hear her go, yummy, yummy, Deal Master. And I'm like, what is happening? This was just supposed to be a one-off bit, and now it's a cultural revolution.
It's grown a life of its own. It has legs. It's just sitting there in the corner scaring us.
Oh my gosh. All right. What deals do you have for us, Deal Master?
Hey! Starting off today, we have the Logitech G Pro lightweight wireless gaming mouse. I am the biggest fan of lightweight. I'm the biggest fan of Logitech mice. I can't.
Sorry.
You can pick this one up for $79.99, making it $50 off.
Yummy, yummy. Feed my gullet. Give me more deals, Deal Master.
And then next up, we have the Gigabyte.
Oh.
Look at it, it's a Gigabyte motherboard. That's all I can say.
Yummy, 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 yum.
$124.99, which makes it $35 off.
Yum, 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 yum.
And next up, we have these Edifier Active Bluetooth bookshelf speakers, which you can pick up for $159.99 with the coupon applied, making them $40 off.
Can I eat that sound?
You could.
Yummy, yummy.
And next, we're checking out something thanks to our friends and channel sponsors, Jawa. Today, we're looking at...
Actually, before you get into it, did you know something?
What?
Jawas are delicious. Yummy, yummy, Deal Master.
What's a Jawa? But this PC features an Intel Core i3-12100F, Radeon RX 5700 XT, 16 gigs of DDR4, and a 1TB M.2 SSD. And as you can see here, this PC is certified Starfield ready. They've got a little banner there letting you know. And if you want it, you can pick it up from Troubled Games here for only $655.
I'm a troubled game. Please don't play me.
And don't forget, you can use code UFD10 to save $10 off your first purchase.
Oh, yummy, yummy. $10.
And with that, the deals are done. You can find these and more linked in the video description down below. But until next time, I'm hand you off back to Brett for the rest of the
Yummy, yummy, Deal Master. I hope I burn this into your skull so you never ask me to do it ever again.
Also buy the shirt.
Yummy, yummy.
He's turning into Mr. Meeseeks.
I am turning into Mr. Meeseeks. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Yummy, yummy. Reece, I got a bad deal for you.
Hit me.
You bought a Windows 7 key to upgrade to Windows 10 and then into Windows 11. Ha, you can't anymore. They're stopping it.
Good.
You nerd. You thought you could do that.
Joke's on you. You think I buy Windows?
You're a Mac boy. So they're making it so that Windows 7 keys have been removed so that you can't use it to activate Windows 11 anymore. It's no longer a viable upgrade path. You have to get a Windows 10 key in order to make that happen. Windows 8 is also excluded, but nobody did that. So, you know. And also, you're not gonna have 1 terabyte of RAM in a single stick, but some people will, especially with Micron announcing that they finally have samples of 128 gigabyte single sticks of DDR5 memory that they're sampling.
That
32
is wild.
gig ICs. Absolutely massive. They're expecting that they should receive revenue from this product in Q2 of next year. High capacity, 128 gig sticks. Slap 4 of those.
Can you imagine?
That's 512 gigs of RAM. You could run so many instances of Modern Warfare 3 on those. You could download the
just
game
got
3
higher
times.
and higher
Yummy, yummy. They ruined me. It's over. Man, but you're not going to find that much RAM on the Raspberry Pi 5, which is the latest successor to the Raspberry Pi.
They made a 5?
They made a 5, finally! After a huge shortage and a multitude of competitors sprouting up, it's going to be available in October for about $50. If you want to know all of the deep dive details, I'm going to recommend that you go watch Jeff Geerling's video about the Raspberry Pi 5. We'll have it linked in the video description. Number 1, great video. Number 2, great guy. Talked a lot with him at LTX. Just humble, fantastic, amazing, brilliant person. Anyways, it's way faster than the Raspberry Pi 4. About 2.5 times.
I've been waiting for the 5 for so long now.
Are you gonna get one in South Africa? What are you gonna use it for?
I actually want to see if I can make a little stream box.
A yummy yummy stream box?
Yeah.
With deals?
Yeah.
Yummy yummy. It has 2 HDMI ports, can do 4K 60 HDI support. It's gonna have a whole bunch of, it has PCI Express support as well, so you can put graphics cards on it. It's gonna be a wild thing. They're expecting it to remain in production until 2035. 4 gigabyte variant's gonna cost $60. 8 gigabytes will cost you 80 bones. And we don't know how much these MSI monitors are going to cost, but probably a lot, because now we have a leaked roadmap of MSI's QD OLED monitors indicating that there's a whole bunch they're going to be launching. You got dual quad HD at 144 Hertz, ultra WQHD at 175 Hertz, and an ultra wide UHD at 240, UHD at 240, QHD at 360. A bunch of QD OLEDs coming out with an estimated price point that seems to be at least mildly reasonable given the specs that we're expecting to be seeing out of it. The idea is that they're going to get announced in January, probably around CES, and then hopefully come out sometime around Computex.
I'm excited for this. I like the fact that the baseline for the refresh rate is just going up.
And you know what else is going up? My interest in what the heck's going over at Nvidia.
You sent this news to me and I was just like, what is going on?
Okay, so speaking of bringing you the hottest tech news, I had hot news ready to go, and then I saw a message that Nvidia was raided by the police, and I was like, what is going on? So I Googled Nvidia raid, and it's how to configure Nvidia's raid utility, but a promise that their French offices have been raided in a cloud computing competition inquiry. So this is an antitrust raid that has been carried out by French officials trying to look into their graphics card sector. The French authority not saying a whole lot. Additionally, Nvidia has refused to speak on the matter as of the time of recording, so these details are still coming out, but it does appear that the French authority is looking into anti-competitive things that Nvidia has been doing with their cards in cloud computing, and that is why they have been raided by the police.
I'm pretty sure you actually have to have substantial evidence to actually organize a raid.
I don't know what it takes to get raided by the French authorities. I hope I never find out personally, but this does seem to be I don't think anybody would have called this a few days ago.
Not.
Was not looking at how this was going to happen. A lot of people did seem to, think that Nvidia has been doing anti-competitive things. Some people think that Nvidia has been subverting their customers in a lot of different ways, and potentially, they were convicted of lying to their shareholders when it came to the crypto stuff, at least in the US. So it's not clear what level of damnification is coming on Nvidia here, or what the specific details of this raid are, but it does appear like they're in some deep water over in France, might potentially shake and change some things up in how they have to operate in the EU. We'll keep you posted as it develops. Obviously, this is fresh, so there's not a whole lot of news.
It's hot news.
Hot news. We'll hopefully have more details as the days progress. And we're gonna progress right on into comment response, but I'm gonna give you a cold comment response because this is the one I forgot about yesterday. I was trying to find it, I couldn't remember what it was about. But it's from Flame Forge Soul saying, England, UK also calls them torches. Get some culture, Brett.
Yeah, Brett, get some culture.
He says to the guy who admitted that he didn't know that they were called torches, and then found out that they were called torches because he discovered that it was the British who called them torches, which the UK colonized South Africa at one point, and that's
why I call it a torch.
So I did get culture. Why are you shaming me for learning things? I don't know everything automatically. I live in America. I don't know what the UK does unless somebody tells me. Please don't tell me to get some culture. How about you just educate me? Please?
I got my education from cartoons.
Yeah.
American cartoons growing up in a former British colony. I got a mix and match of everything. Reece lore.
Well, we got some Doug Temple lore saying, I heard a story about Denny's years ago that one year they closed for Christmas for the first time, and it cost them millions of dollars just in door locks, because up until that point, they had never closed. They were 24/7, 365, so they never needed them.
Is that real?
Huge if true. Archangel Ray saying, thanks Brett and Reece for commenting on how big the US is. I deal with shipping and I'm tired of people thinking the entire US is compared to a single country when a better comparison is 50 countries in a single nation. This is something wild that happens every cannibal. You experienced it on the trip to LTX. We would stream driving, from where we are to the other side of the country, and people would be like, you're still streaming? It only takes me 3 hours to get through my country. Yeah, it takes like 8 hours to get through freaking Pennsylvania, 10 to 15 hours to get through Texas. We're a big gosh dang nation.
I knew that the US was big.
Until you physically felt it.
The absolute scale, I could never comprehend until we traveled from one side to the other.
And you slept through some of it too. It just keeps on going. And Arthur Reed doesn't keep on going because he says, I apologize for my comment yesterday, not knowing there was technical issues. I thought it was a drawn out joke. Keep up the good work, everybody, and cheers on the cannonball. No big deal, Arthur.
I like that comment.
Marky Mark saying, keep up the great work, boys. My wife and I just had a baby recently. Hey, oh, congratulations.
Boom.
So my morning routine is getting up with him and watching hot news and having coffee. Best mornings ever. Yummy, yummy deal, Master Reece. Please don't leave us. Oh boy. Shauner saying, hopefully I can meet y'all in Denver this year again. Absolutely love the cannonball streams. I hope so too. The hardest part of the cannonball, which I'll deal with in a second, I mentioned, is just knowing the time frames of when things are going to happen.
We might show up at 3 a.m.
REKEOJ says, oh yes, I'm interested in the Quest 3. I love VR gaming. I got highly obsessed for quite a while. Right now, focused on some flat screen games, but I love my Quest 2 for PC VR, playing Contractors, Beat Saber, Pavlov, Fitbit XR. I'm really looking forward to the 3, but probably not until tax refund time.
Pavlov's fun.
Oh, what is it about? The dog?
It's basically like CSGO in VR.
Okay, that's interesting. There are also some other comments about the MetaQuest 3 just saying this is too expensive. I'm not buying it. The whole point of the Quest 2 was it was $299 and accessible.
I did bring this up with the guys earlier today. I feel like the Quest 3 and the Quest 2 are supposed to run side by side, where it's like a PS4 versus a PS4 Pro kind of situation, where it's same generation almost. Just one's a spec bomb.
Yep. Colonel Mustard saying a cannonball run. I love it. Yeah, it's a fun time.
They've been doing it.
Yep. Tech Wando saying UFD's overall nice take on the LTT situation scored them a whole box of screwdrivers. Kidding, of course. Great episode. No, but we obviously had to consider in depth whether or not we would accept sponsorship of LTT this year. And I think with the changes that they eventually made and the turnaround that they had, that they showed that they are willing to take the issues that the community raised very seriously, and this is the 3rd year that they're sponsoring. They've been a sponsor of the Cannonball every single year that it's operated, and even though they're continuing to change things behind the scene, they've increased their sponsorship of what they're doing here with the Cannonball. 50 screwdrivers to give away. It's like credit to them that I can cover them in a way that shows the dark side of what happened, and then they still say, hey, whatever you need to help your son, we're still here for you. Justine Brecke saying, auction those 3 screwdrivers on Steam, let the community pay and support a good cause. That's kind of the idea right now. Potentially highest donors would get them. I'm not 100% sure, because that's like how a silent charity auction works. So we're still working on the details. Show up October 4th to get the full details. Smith saying, worst thing that ever happened to me in an Albuquerque eatery was a run-in with the cartel. They blocked the exits and the old guy with the hat wouldn't let anyone leave until he saw the boss. I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about. Wandy SDK saying, to finally clarify the Spotify thing. We ready for this? Jams is just a rebrand of the already existing group sessions as they add new functionality and features. To be honest, even after doing some research on it, I'm not 100% sure how it can be such a significant change to warrant a relaunch instead of just saying, hey, group sessions are now called Jams.
This makes so much more sense.
They've made us talk about it all week.
I feel bamboozled. Spotify got us. The Good Doctor saying, you guys stopping by St. Louis on the Cannonball I-70 trek? Yeah, we will be driving through St. Louis at some point. There were a lot of comments being like, hey, if you're passing by my city, let me give you some places to go visit. The Cannonball Run is us driving through. We're not stopping besides to charge because we're an electric vehicle. So this is not we need recommendations of where to go. This is hey, if you find us while we're charging, we will give you a screwdriver type deal. Not, we're gonna go to your favorite breakfast nook.
Yeah, it's not a sightseeing trip.
Yes, correct. YouTube username saying I-70. I guess that means you get to stop at 6 microcenters: Maryland, Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, St. Louis, Overland Park, and Denver. The Maryland one's out of it because we're not starting on I-70 that way. But also, every single one you mentioned, we will be driving through after they're closed. So again, because it's a straight through thing, we don't get to have experiences like that. Zero makes content saying, oof, I wish I was in the I-70 route. I'd love to meet the guys that make my breakfast better every morning. Keep up the amazing work, and I'm sad to know the Yummy Yummy Deal Master is going home soon. We are taking the I-70 there. We are not taking the I-70 back. We will have a different route to go home. So if you're in the southern line portion below the I-70, it's possible. Sir myself saying, Brett, names are in the description. Please spell it right. Proceeds to call Catlin Catherine. That was an inside joke. Don't worry about it. Brandon Chan saying, Cannonball isn't Cannonball Run, so you're coming to New York City? Yeah, we do the unofficial Cannonball Run from the Red Ball Garage to the Portofino Hotel, the way that's supposed to be done. We don't do it the way that most people do it, which is illegally and at high rates of speed because we have kids to get home to. And then on top of that, we're live streaming. And so documenting your crimes on the internet, you should probably tell kick streamers this is a bad idea. Travi B saying, if Reece leaves, I will unsubscribe. Good. You're going to unsubscribe soon. Haplop Yard, I don't even know it. Haplop Yard was said, would love to know when you'll be cruising through the Denver I-70 area, maybe set something up with Micro Center. It's not too far off I-70. We will not, again, be in Denver at any sort of time where it's during reasonable daylight hours. You will have to watch the stream if you want to meet up with us because we cannot know when we're going to be at certain places because of things of like we have different challenges and things that we're doing while we're raising money. Additionally, we're meeting you guys and you slow us down a little bit when you try to get a screwdriver from us. So the timeline gets all wonky donkey, you know? Crackling Ice following up on his Walmart comment saying, oh, I most definitely meant it with that much enthusiasm. Mr. Baskin saying, just ordered my Pixel La Vista tee. Excited to see the quality in hand.
Hell yeah.
I got mine. I like it a lot. Doug Temple saying, I don't know where your 3 AM peeing is gonna have to be, Brett. That's fair, Doug. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Lastly, what about a Yummy Deals Master Tumblr with Brett looking like a goblin hoarding discount sale tags? No.
It spawned a life of its own, I swear.
I don't like this spawn. I'm against it.
It does have goblin energy.
I want it to be over, just like this episode of Hot News. We'll see you on Monday and then Cannibal on Wednesday. It's crazy that it's gonna be so much fun.
It's creeping up so fast.
$60,000 prizes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.